Yo, as many people on this channel know, Playboi Carti is one of my favorite artists from modern history. We've seen Carti through all his evolutions, from doing all the streetwear, Bape, Supreme, wearing all the Playboy stuff, doing the Uzi duo, amazing time, you had to be there to experience it, to then the Ayo Vampire. The Ayo Vampire is still fire. Whole Lot of Red, we saw Whole Lot of Red live like 3 times. We literally just saw Cardi in The Weeknd August on tour. I was like, I gotta pull up. The Weeknd, my guy, Playboi Carti, my guy, on the same tour, we gotta pull up. There was no excuse. We definitely went to Miami show. It was so lit, my girl passed out. That's how lit it was. It was a movie. If you haven't seen that vlog, go check that out. But what irritates me about Playboi Carti is that he's always in some drama and some extra shit. Like, bro, your music is out of control. Fire. You got the youth in a headlock right now. You got the youth in a headlock. You got the kids shopping at Hot Topics again, buying wide leg pants and thongs. Like, you got it.
You mean to tell me a man can put a thong up his and not think about being a female? You thought about being a woman. Did you see him with those piercings and put a thong up his? If you mean to tell me a man can put a thong up his and still feel like a man. Man, if you wore a thong, you thought about getting inserted. Playboi Carti stuck a thong up his see-through. A thong up your a string. And he out saying he didn't have no female intention. And made sure you seen it. He sagged it. He sagged it. So you can see the thong penetrating his like a toothpick in the mouth. Playboi Carti, y'all mean to tell me he did that and he didn't feel like a woman? A see-through thong up your that's a toothpick in between a gap in the mouth. And y'all mean to tell me he didn't feel like a woman? He's all man. We talking about a thong up your thong. Put a thong on, bro. You want to be a what? Woman. Yes. You want to be a woman if you do.
Relax. This nigga can't stay still. We saw him flying 100 and something miles per hour. Allegedly, I forgot exactly how fast he was going, but he was going fast enough to get pulled over by a cop. Like, yo, what's wrong with you? Where you going? He's like, yo, my fault, my girl's pregnant. She's at the airport. Yo, the cop literally almost passed out. We saw that body cam footage.
Can I keys? Explain it to me.
Yeah, I'm rushing because I had an emergency.
Well, you're driving 133 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone.
Right, but it was an emergency.
What is the emergency?
I got stuff going on with my family. I live in Oakland. I'm trying to get
I got stuff going on with my family. Here's the thing. You want to have a conversation that doesn't end with you going to jail, you might want to be a little more forthcoming with the details. What is the situation that causes you to drive 2.5 times the speed limit down the highway?
on the way to the airport.
Okay, so you were going to drive 130 plus miles an hour the entire way to the airport, putting everybody else's life on the highway in jeopardy. That's what you're telling me. Do me a favor, how about? Face that way when you get out. Get out and face that way. I ain't asking you, I'm telling you. Get out and face that way. Get out and face that way. You got anything on you I need to know about? Guns, drugs, knives, bombs.
We also saw the stuff when he got pulled over in the Lambo. Nigga had straps and a whole bunch of shit. I get it. You living like a rock star. I get it.
Yeah, Atlanta's crazy, boss. I was
He's
trying to get
searching back home.
He what?
Searching back home.
Well, listen, I'm just trying to get her back home fast. I don't want to try to disrespect you. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
All right.
That's
Do
it.
me a favor. Let's step out here and go walk out and talk, all right?
All right. I'm just trying to get home.
Trying to get home? Bro, that light was clearly red, bro.
I ain't even see you right there, man.
Are you got your license on you? You got your license on you?
I don't have my license. I don't have my registration.
You say you don't have your license?
I have my
You have any idea who you are?
I can give my...
You might step it out for me?
Face the door jam for me. Face the door jam.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. There you go. Appreciate you. Right now, you're going to be detained, all right? So I can verify who you are, all right, boss? All right. 6945, 1 mil detained this time.
All right, man. You don't have no ID on you? You said what? Yeah. That's fine. Watch your head, boss. All right. So what's going on, man? You got anything on you I need to know about?
Nah, I don't. I'm just trying to get home. I don't have my...
You don't have your ID?
That's it.
Do you have a license?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is this vehicle gonna come back to you?
This is my vehicle. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Huh?
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home.
Okay. Well, I mean, dude, I'm sitting there.
I'm a celebrity.
You're a celebrity.
So that's why I didn't want you to have me right there. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see you right there. I'm trying to get home.
What's your name?
I'm Playboi Carti.
Playboi Carti.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm familiar with Playboi Carti.
I'm just trying to get home, boss. All right, what? I have all my paperwork. I have my registration. I just don't have.
Dude blew the light. I pulled him over. You don't have no license.
When it comes to all that shit, I'm not even mad at him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know a lot of you are like, what? Oh my God, he's putting people's lives in danger. I get it. But rappers, man, that's what comes with the title. You guys love amping up rappers that really live their lyrics. Look at my nigga Dirk. I miss Dirk. Free the voice. The voice is locked up right now. We can't even hear the voice. But y'all love rappers that live their lyrics. The only time I have an issue is when it comes against women. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you start putting your hands on women, that's when I start looking at you funny. And we heard a lot of stories about Playboi Carti. I don't think we've ever covered any of it on this channel. But we've heard a lot of stories about Playboi Carti getting into physical altercations with women. This is all alleged. I have never heard of him actually being found guilty. Let me know down below if I'm incorrect with that. But I remember there's a video where his girl pulled up, another body cam footage. His girl at the time, she pulled up outside of his crib. A lady comes out and everybody's trying to hide who lives in the house. They're like, yo, who's the person in the crib? Wait, what do you mean? Who's the owner of the crib or who's inside the crib right now? Shorty, who is the man that this girl's outside beefing with? And that little old lady's like, I don't know. I don't understand the question. I'm like, yo, whoever she is, she's a ride or die Cardi. Keep her around.
Some type of proof that something happened, an altercation, and that's what the report would be for. What does he do for a living?
He makes music.
He makes music? Okay.
It's just a part of me that feels bad, but, you know.
I understand, but you called us out here. It's not just me working. We have investigators working on this, looking into it, because this is, it's serious. This is domestic violence. We don't want nothing to happen to you later on and try to figure out who could it have been. Yes, there is the lady that she said dragged her out the car. But that lady does not want to talk. Every time I asked her for a question, she was not giving direct answers like who lives in the house. She didn't want to tell me. She said the person who owns the house is not the person that lives there. I didn't ask that. I asked who lived there. She's like, the person who owns the house is overseas. I said, ma'am, I did not ask that. So just kept going around. Before?
Yeah, come on.
In the house?
She's come here before.
Okay. In the house, correct? So basically, does she have a relationship with the person who lives here?
That's between, I don't know that. That's not something that I can disclose because I've signed a disclosure form. So whatever, I can't disclose any information. I'm sorry. That's the thing.
You're hindering an investigation.
I understand what you're saying,
okay.
but
Just
if you ever had a non-disclosure form, then you would know. If you want to look it up, you would know that I can't discuss anything unless
not
I
even to state authorities or officers, right?
I would have to get my lawyer on the phone in order to.
Is that your lawyer?
No,
okay,
it's not.
Well, you
but
can hang up the phone because she's not a part of this.
So that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, you can go for it.
Give me 1 second.
Cardi, keep her around. I don't know if she's family or what, a caregiver. I don't know, but keep her around because she was ready to risk it all. They could have put on a lie detector. She was gonna say she didn't know who lived in the crib. I don't know who. You asking me too many questions. Who owns the house? Who lives in the house? The cop's like, nah, she's trolling. Nah, she gotta be trolling at this point because there's no way that this is real. But on October 18th, we see an update that Playboi Carti was actually arrested in Utah before kicking off the tour that he's on right now with Opium and everybody, a Homicide Gang, and everybody under the label Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson. Before they actually kicked off that tour on October 3rd in Utah, it looked like he was arrested or detained. I'm not exactly sure. But the news put up an image that we saw on Twitter, and that's what kind of raised everyone's alarms. Like, yo, what the hell? What did Cardi do? KUTV2 News, Jordan Terrell Carter, known professionally as Playboi Carti, was arrested for assault the day before his tour kicked off in Utah. And when I first heard that, I didn't even really think that it was against his girl. I didn't even think that at all. What I first thought was like, another fan tried to run up on Cardi and test him. Another fan, they just don't understand that this nigga, yeah, he might wear G-strings, but he's a real G. And again, we saw fans pull up on him in the hotel before, allegedly had a blamer. We didn't see it on camera, but the nigga's like, yo, put the gun away. Fight me. Like, who are you, my nigga? Who are you? You coming up to me randomly as fan out talking about fighting me, nigga. You about to leave with a hot souvenir, a hot shell. Back up.
What you gonna shoot me? Pulling out the phone for a game? Cause you reaching. You reaching. I don't know you. Yo, now you wanna talk, nigga? Nigga, what you mean, nigga? Put the pistol down. Put the pistol down and fight me, nigga. Put the pistol down and fight me. Nigga, don't worry about who I am, nigga. I'm built like that, nigga. A pistol with your hands like. With your hands like. Now, what y'all wanna do? Go.
10 minutes ago, Playboi Carti's crew jumped me and my girlfriend, all because I wanted to ask him to sign my picture. He took my picture and he told his gang, go get his phone from him. Me and my girl ran and they chased us down. And what I did is I gave him my girlfriend's phone because I have the video of him snatching it and getting angry. Here's the video.
Nah, chill, bro.
So we seen Cardi stand his grounds before. We seen Cardi fight Ass Pizza. Wasn't it Ass Pizza he fought? Or Ass Pizza was in the room. He fought, what's his name? Kerwin Frost, the nigga with the pencil on the side of his head. He cleaned the floor with him. He cleaned the whole apartment with him. Ian Connor was there like, yeah, nigga. Yeah, don't make me call my nigga Cardi in here, nigga. Cardi beat up everybody in the room and was still asking if anybody else needed something. Like, hold on, before I get up out of here, does anybody else need a whole lot of ass whooping before I get out of here? Like, Cardi's been that nigga. So that's exactly what I thought at first. And then we got more information and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I'm like, damn, Cardi, come on, son, you bugging out. First thing I did was go to academics and No Jumper. All right, they had to post about this, one of them two. I didn't really see Act post too much about this shit, but No Jumper had a field day. The first post I saw No Jumper post was, Playboi Carti was reportedly arrested for alleged assault in Wichita County and has been charged with a Class B misdemeanor while on tour in Utah. Again, I'm still thinking this shit is probably a kerfuffle that happened with local niggas in Utah. A lot of thoughts was coming through my head, but what actually occurred did not. Because then we see another update. Shout out to No Jumper and Adam, you was on top of this shit. Remo, whoever's posting, shout out to y'all, because y'all was on top of it for this one. We see another post then with a little bit more information. This one made me want to start digging into it. This is what made me start doing the research, going through TMZ, like, all right, hold on. What the hell is going on? Because then we see a post that says, Playboi Carti is being accused of punching his girlfriend in the chest and punching a limo driver in the mouth, which led to his arrest in Utah. And the first girl I thought about was, what's her name, Gio? That used to be part with the Concrete Boys. Yo, she's mad petite. She looks frail. Beautiful girl. I love the way she dresses. She's probably one of my favorite dressers right now. I don't know. I was trying to think of like a right way to put that sentence, but Fitz putting that shit on right now. Gio's top of the list, guy or girl. She's on my top 5 right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. She's on my top 5 right now. So I'm like, there's no way in the world that Cardi put his hands on her. There's no way. There's no way. Then he bought a Lambo. They look beautiful together. The girl's petite. She's mad small. You punched her in the chest, my nigga. What, you trying to stop her heart? Like, what's going on with you, bro? What's going through that brain? You gotta get away from the dark and come to the light at this point, my nigga. The devil gotta be playing with him if this is true. This is still all alleged. Which then led us to go to TMZ. Shout out to TMZ, man. You know, when we want to get the real facts and we want to hit a deep dive into the story, we always go to TMZ. Shout out to TMZ. But the article that we saw on TMZ, the first one, Playboi Carti charged with assault, accused of hitting a limo driver. Playboi Carti got into some trouble while on tour. He was charged with a misdemeanor assault during his time in Utah earlier this month, law enforcement say. Here's what we know. Cops say a limo driver named Carl Reynolds, rather live rapper, assaulted him while he was driving him and his entourage from the Waldorf Astoria in Park City to rehearsal on October 2nd. Carti was in town for his tour at the time. Carl claims things took a dangerous turn when Carti and his other half got into a heated argument, apparently over sex, in the back seat. And he says Carti threatened to beat up both her and Carl after he intervened. TMZ is told Carl says Carti wound up punching his girlfriend in the chest, prompting Carl to pull over to a safe location on the highway in Heber City. However, Carl admitted he did not actually see Carti hitting his girlfriend, but saw her hunched over, holding near her chest. A police report obtained reads, Call also says he urged Cardi's head of security to remove the opium wrapper from his vehicle and ride in one with him. That's when Carl claims Cardi socked him in the kisser out of the blue and his girlfriend was exiting the vehicle, leaving him with a bruised, swollen jaw and whiplash effect. Before Cardi's head of security apparently broke up the fight. Carl was working for ALC, a limousine connection, when the altercation allegedly went down. Claims other drivers for LLC witnessed the attack. TMZ is told that Wichita County police were called to the scene and took a photo of Carl's injuries. The department confirms to TMZ they were investigating. We're told Carl's preparing to lawyer up, but says he mainly wants to ensure that Cardi doesn't hurt anyone else, including his girlfriend. The popular artist was cited for assaulting the limo driver in the case, not his partner. So when I heard that, I'm like, okay, did he really hit his girl? Is the guy trying to get a lawsuit? Did he kind of amp it up more? Like they were arguing maybe, and then the kerfuffle led to Cardi getting mad because his limo driver is getting into his relationship with his girl. He punches the guy tries to make a better story to make a better case so he can sue Cardi for some money. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Maybe it had nothing to do with the girl and this guy just tried to build, because we haven't heard no one speak out. We haven't heard Cardi's team speak out. We haven't heard Gio speak out. But what we saw in the earlier video today when the cops are simply asking who lives here, and everybody's like, wow, who lives here, huh? Who lives where? The bank? Who owns the house? Like, I don't think his team's gonna come out and talk about this anytime soon. And then I kind of left it there. At first I was like, I don't even know if I believe it. Is this guy just trying to get a lawsuit against Cardi? He's a huge rapper, one of the biggest rappers in the world right now. I think he still has the #1 first week sales, if I'm not mistaken, for 2025, any hip hop album. I Am Music. You guys already know the hype around Cardi. So that was the first thought that came to mind. But then we see another update. And TMZ goes in a deep dive in this as well. And in the follow-up article, it's Playboi Carti rapper alleged threatened to hit and shoot driver. Playboi Carti's alleged assault on a limo driver was even more sinister than we originally thought, because he's now accused of threatening to shoot the chauffeur. TMZ obtained an audio dispatch calls from October 2nd incident in Utah, and you can hear cops sprang into action after driver Carl repeated what allegedly happened to him while driving the rapper to his tour rehearsal and his girlfriend, Giovanna Ramos. Investigators responded to an incident in Park City where Carl had pulled over after Cardi allegedly socked him in the face during a heated argument with Ramos. One officer told the dispatch Cardi threatened to hit and shoot a different driver, Lance Hayes, before fleeing in a vehicle. The cop also told dispatch he's going to search for Cardi, and eventually he found the hip-hop artist star just down the street. Police issued Cardi a citation for the alleged misdemeanor assault on Carl, but he was not charged with the alleged threat made to Lance. Cardi is currently on tour, but due back in court in December. And as we know, Cardi's tour ends in December in ATL. So it looks like after the tour is over, he's gonna have to now fly to Utah and deal with this. Can they settle before that? Very possible. But are these guys just ganging up to try to get a story against Cardi that they can both sue and get money? Because they just started off from him getting punched in the face, and now even another guy named Lance came and he's like, yeah, he almost tried to shoot me too. But they did release the 911 audio.
On River Road just before the and fist fighting on River Road just before the half-cock light. Deputies responding, the caller didn't stay in the area. He said they were two black Suburban-type vehicles, both parked at the River Road light on River Road. They looked like they were headed into the half-cock intersection, but he didn't stick around. There was also a female standing next to the two men fighting. Caller, he says he was the driver of a limousine company and that the individual he was driving was the one who punched him. I'll add the information to your call comments.
Doesn't sound like it's ongoing, but I'll let you know. Thank you.
We just spoke with Carl. He's still at that address. He's stating that the suspect that punched him got in another vehicle, another black Suburban. He went down River Road, so we're going to try and find him. Apparently he's threatened to hit and shoot that other driver too, so we're going to go check him down. I want you guys stage at 100 South just to see if we can catch this guy. It's a limousine connection, black SUV. We're going to have to dispatch put out an ATL for it as well. You guys can point to it. I think we just found it. Stand by. We're at 1677 North River Road, Tango 85 for Alpha Uniform. If we could get another unit as well.
After hearing the 911 audio, does your opinion change? Do you guys feel like the chauffeurs are ganging up against Cardi? and trying to make this elaborate story to try to sue him and get some money? Or do you think there's some truth behind it? And his girlfriend might just be protecting him and doesn't want, to talk against him. She's still going to be with him. So maybe she don't want to go against him, speak out. And neither does his team, as we've seen in previous events. Because after hearing that 911 call, things are like, I don't know, that nigga did sound a little hyped up. And after seeing Cardi's past, I can see that used against him, which again, this is a whole different trial. You shouldn't be using no one's past against them or using their music lyrics against them. But the more you look into it, I feel like we're going to get a lot more. Maybe not anytime soon because Cardi is on tour. The tour looks super lit. Am I going to go to the tour? Probably not, because we just saw Cardi. We literally, even though he didn't have the longest set, we just saw him in Rolling Loud in December. And then we just saw him again in August with the Weekend tour. So it's like, do I really want to go see Cardi again? I do, but am I going to pay to see Cardi again right now? Probably not. I'm not going to lie to you. Probably not. It looks like we're not getting a Rolling Loud in Miami this year either, which is the weirdest thing to me, how they're just not speaking about it. This nigga posted today, Tarek posted today, yo, Australia, we denouncing, I don't want to say F Australia. You see, I had to stutter real quick. I'm over here having like a malfunction. I'm not saying F Australia. I'm not saying F Rolling Loud India. No, that's cool that y'all guys are expanding the brand. But don't forget about who made this shit lit. Don't forget about the hometown. We got a mini Rolling Loud this year in January for the California fires. I actually went to that and we vlogged it on this channel. I got to re-upload that. But Ski Mask headlined it. Danny Towers was there. Rob Banks. Like, it was a cool show. Don't get me wrong. And if you're from the early XXXTentacion era like me and listening to like that grunge underground Florida music, there was a lot of dope. Puya was there. Like, it was dope. Don't get me wrong. But my nigga, that's not the Rolling Loud that I thought I was gonna get in 2025. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, when I thought of Rolling Loud 2025, that's not what I thought I was gonna get. Thank God I went to that in January. That shit was in Fort Lauderdale at like a chemistry or some shit like that. This is not about Rolling Loud. This is about Playboi Carti being held accountable if he is found guilty, if he is liable. I'm not gonna say I don't care about him assaulting a driver, because this dude's just trying to do his 9 to 5, get you from A to B safe. He probably tried to defend the girl is what it sounds like, if it is true. Like, you're hitting on a girl, so he pulled over, tried to stop it, and you punch him in the face and then trying to shoot his mans. That's crazy. But who I'm really nervous for is Shorty. Is Gio. Like, yo, she's with him. She's probably with him now. He wasn't charged for hitting her. So I don't see why he wouldn't be with her or why she would be separated. And allegedly all this over sex in the back seat is crazy to me. This is all still alleged, I want to say. He was only cited for allegedly assaulting the driver. He was never charged with threatening to shoot Lance, nor was he charged with hitting his girl. I wanted to clear that up because a lot of people are making a lot of YouTube videos right now like, yo, Playboi Carti got charged with hitting his girl again, the girl Gio that was part of the Concrete Boys. He was never charged for that. So I wanted to clear that up. And he also was never charged with threatening to shoot Lance. He was cited for allegedly, like TMZ said, punching Carl in the kisser. Crazy way to reference it. If I get punched in the mouth and I read an article like, yo, hold on, who's the comedian behind this shit? Who's the comedian that thought about putting punch right in the kisser instead of punch right in the mouth? Like, who thought about that shit right now? I'm over here with an ice pack in my mouth and this nigga think he want to do stand-up comedy. He think it's Def Comedy Jam time. I would have been hot. But let me know your thoughts down below. This story will continue to evolve. Do I think it's going to continue to evolve anytime soon? Probably not. And if we do get more information soon, I'll definitely be back up here. But I think this will continue to evolve if it does make it a trial in December. But it's a big chance that Playboi Carti could settle this before. I did hear rumors that he was asking if there was a chance that he could have settled it there. People were saying no. So there's a chance that, lawyers can speak, an offer could be made, and maybe they could accept it if that's what they're looking for. Now, if they're looking to criminally charge Carti, then yeah, you're gonna have to go to trial. But something tells me about when you follow the devil that strong and you got that much money, he's gonna wiggle his way up out of that shit. He gonna wiggle his way up out of that shit. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Don't forget, we're on that road to 20,000 subscribers. We're dealing with some issues in this channel, so we're trying to get the algorithm back where I was a couple months ago. YouTube spanked me like I did something bad. So we're just trying to get the algorithm back where it was. Comment on the channel, like the video. Let me know your thoughts down below.